Okay, guys, there's good news and bad news. First, let's talk about the bad news. The bad news is that it looks like something we were supposed to see this weekend will be delayed. This probably won't happen until the middle of next week. The good news is that even though Shiba Inu has had a bad day or few days, there are still some things that look very strong for SHIB, which is a great sign for next week. I'd like to show you what I mean. My name is Luxide. Hi, and welcome to the group. If you're new or haven't already, click the subscribe button below and then click the bell again. You can do it for free. It will let you know whenever there is new live video on the channel. I'm not going to talk too much about yesterday. Obviously, I already talked about that today. You can watch my ship film from earlier today. If you want to know more about that, let me know. But all of this bad news yesterday could have been really bad for the market. Okay, there have been worse days than the one we had yesterday. I'm still very happy with how ship has come back though. It shows that it is strong. I think this really shows how much the community cares. I've been very pleased with how well SHIB has done during these bad times. And right now, most investments in this space are only recovering 1% or 0.5 the value they lost. In the past 12 hours, SHIB has gone up by about 2.14%. Okay, this is a good sign. 2 yes, about 2.3% on the daily light. Our 50-day moving average is right now between our 200-day moving average. This is where the weight comes in. You remember that we talked about something that was going to happen today or tomorrow? And this was the golden cross in terms of Shiba Inu. This is a very strong event that doesn't happen very often on the charts, but is a sign of very big price increases. This isn't a promise or anything like that. But now we see that the price drop has slowed down that 50-day moving average. This golden cross probably won't happen until early to middle next week. That's okay, that's fine with me, right? Even though there is a delay, price is expected to keep going up and recovering. That's not a promise or financial advice, but I want you to look at what's happened in the last few days. Even though prices are going down and the market is pulling back, very strong things are still happening. When it comes to whales, yesterday could have been really bad. It wasn't. There was a day when they lost money, but it was only 151 billion SHIB. Today wasn't very big. It wasn't even close to October 14th, when whales dumped almost a trillion Shiba Inu on the market. That's why they were quiet. This is also pretty much the case across most of the market. Yesterday, whales didn't do much. Whales didn't do much that day. Small amounts of things were unloaded, but nothing major. And we still saw some more good signs when it came to Shiba Inus. We saw buyers on the rise, which means that people bought more when the market went down. Smarter people are around. More grit is beginning to show itself. We also saw a big drop in the amount of stock on exchanges. I know I keep talking about this, but it's important. When it comes to SHIB on platforms, we hit a new all-time low. Okay, in fact, 200 billion SHIB have been taken out of markets in the past 24 hours. This is a very good trend. It's mostly the same. In other words, we're continuing to do the same things that have caused prices to rise over the past few months, okay? These are all good signs. A few other things have also changed since then. Remember? I'm sure a lot of you do. It seemed like everyone was saying bad things about Shiba Inu the whole time. Yeah, it's bad, it's failing, it's disappearing, it's going to zero, and all those other bad things. What do you know? Talk about Shiba Inu. It's a good sign. That's bad news for Shiba Inu owners, but it could be good news. With bullish whale behavior and technical analysis, it looks like we're about to go up a lot, right? This is why we might see a rise in the next 6 months. I mean, the news about Shiba Inu is getting a lot better than it has been in the past few months. Who cares about that? Those are people who are not in the room. We looked at people who are part of those social or not so social internet data right now. Don't forget that searches and fame are actually going up. Now they're seeing more and more things that are good for Shiba Inu, right? We're doing this just as the crypto market is about to get bigger. Things are going well for you. Note that price is always the last thing to change, so keep that in mind. Even though we dropped yesterday, things have mostly stayed upbeat. That's why I'm so optimistic about this coming week. That's why I'm optimistic, before the election. I believe we have a great run up. Here's what I think will happen though. Okay, so my first one this week wasn't very good, but I wouldn't be surprised if it went up before the election. What takes place after the election is also a bit of a surprise. I believe it will depend on who wins and who loses. I do believe that as the election date draws near, we make up some ground in the cryptocurrency market. A lot of things are going up in the market. Large groups are accumulating a lot of things. This trend doesn't look like it will stop anytime soon. In fact, it seems to be getting faster right now. So, as always, thank you guys. I hope you all liked the show. Tell me what you think below. Do you think this golden cross will show up in the middle of the week? What do you think? Do you think prices will go up soon? Have a great day though. I'll see you all in the next one. Be careful.